CEO and President Lourenco Goncalves of Cliffs Natural Resources joining us in a Fox Business exclusive. Great to have you, sir. Thank you for being here, and congratulations on the news about restarting that plant. How many jobs will that bring back?
We are going to bring back 540 jobs in Minnesota. We're very pleased with that.
I would say that's excellent, but we need to put this in perspective. 12,000 steel workers and mining workers have lost their jobs in America. So as you try and restart that, to what do you attribute this? Is China starting to look better?
Well, we are starting to have the reverse of the bad situation that China put us in here in the United States. We need a level playing field. We are finally starting to see some movement toward the level playing field. The imports steel imports are starting to subside, and we are able to bring back North Shore to supply the American steel mills.
Look, Donald Trump has called for tariffs. Obviously, he says that we have free trade, but we don't have fair trade. You mostly have your Australian mine sending iron ore to China, but what would that do if he clipped on major tariffs for imports from China? How would that affect your business?
Well, we need to understand that these tariffs, at the end of the day, will not be a penalty on anyone, especially on the Chinese. Keep in mind, China doesn't spend a penny in things that we have to spend money here. I will give an example that's easy to understand. Environmental compliance. Environmental compliance costs something like $20 per ton in the steel production and another $5 per ton in iron ore mining. So we're talking $25 per ton just on that. And as you all know, the big Chinese cities are all polluted. We are going to have the Republican convention here in Cleveland without interrupting any production because our air is clean year-round.
Well,
so this is just a small example.
I can say that wasn't the case for China in the Olympics when Beijing had people running around with masks on in advance of it. It was just a horrible situation. So yay to Cleveland. But Lourenco, looking at exactly what is happening in advance of this election, you just mentioned regulation. You know, John Kasich has been somebody who says we've got to cut back on unfair regulation. Who is the best candidate for business in Ohio and business in the United States from where you sit as a leader of a Fortune 500 company?
I believe that the best candidate is the one that can have things done. This campaign so far has become a show, and it is just entertainment. It's time to get serious. I think we're going to have a chance here very soon, here in Ohio.
Can you give me a name?
Yes, John Kasich. That's a name.
You are John Kasich.
He has the experience. He has been working with balanced budgets. He has been doing things both here in Ohio and prior to that in Washington, D.C.
This from a time where your stock has been pummeled. It has been very hard. You're coming back, though, today, up more than 14%, down 52% year over year, but up 48% year to date. We'll be watching this very closely, and we will see what happens. But with China coming back and you're able to start that plant up again, that's good news, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the program for that perspective.
Thank you very much, Lisa. A pleasure to be here with you.
Anytime. Lourenco Goncalves, Cliffs Natural Resources Chairman, CEO, and President.